All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the third anniversary tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the Ricky division. Hole number 3. So I've had some trouble on hole number 1 and hole number 2. The first time I've taken the shots that I've actually had a little bit of trouble with them. I ended up in the sand here and was barely able to get up there to get on with that Spitfire. So hole number 3 is the first test. This is a test. Okay. I've done some lessons all week long on what it takes to get minimum score, and this is the test. This is test number 1, numero uno. We need to get up here and get an eagle. There's no other score. I mean, there is, I suppose you could say there is an Albie shot here, but we're not going to bring Albie into the equation. That's way dreaming. We just want to get an eagle. And so it's a biggest ball you have in your bag, trying to get as much distance as you possibly can on the drive. You really want to be 400 yards. I tried several times to get out there far enough. I really want to bring a Berserker because it's got that side spin. And that bag should get it done. If I can't get it done with that bag, I can't get it done. I should be extra mile, big dog to the fringe, rapier to the cup. In a worst case scenario, I have a putt to the cup. But this is a one shot at a time, and it all boils down to the drive. If you nail the drive, then you have a shot. But if you don't nail the drive, you're in big trouble. Be right at my red line, and I want to be 2 rings off of any transitional surface. I'm going to take 10% off, so it's 4.9. There's 4. It's about 2.5 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. Trying to get 400 yards plus down in that hole. And that is every bit of distance I could have got on that side, but I need to be plus 400 yards to be in the right spot. 426. If I got 426, I could walk my way around it. Let's see if my opponent can get up there. You want to try and get as close to your red line as possible. If you pull back from the red line, it's making it harder to get over on this first bounce. You want to try and wedge up there as far as you can with whatever ball you're bringing. The bigger ball, the better, because you don't have to do overpower on it. It's really tricky to not overpower. You can put too much on in that hole right there, and being up like that, you can, if you have a big dog, you can still get close up there so you have a short chip, because you can bounce off of this fairway area and bounce off. But you want to be up into this. And from up here, you could try and go around. I'm going to do a rough bump. And I am so deep in that hole, I'm just going to put a couple on it and see if I can run out. I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment. That's 3.7. There's 3. Let's say a ring and 3/4. Hitting it perfect. See if I can bleed out of that rough. I'm pretty close to the other side over there. Just clipping it and bleeding out. Ending up on the fringe. That's the spot. There's no guarantees in this game, but I executed on the first 2 shots. Now it all comes down to this last shot. I still have some serious work to get done. So with all the topspin on that shot, you can get way up in that hole. And a 3-power ball would have helped you on every single one of those shots. Farther on the drive, farther in that on that. All right. To get in the cup. Okay, so from this distance, wind should not play a factor. I'm going to hedge my bet and just go a little on that side of the cup. Hit it great to the right. Great to the right. The wind did play just a little factor. If it didn't, I could hit it great to the left and right at the cup. And if it did, then I could hit it great to the right and perfect, and it would go in the cup. Trying to hedge my bets here. Getting the eagle. Past test number 1. So my opponent does have a pretty serious shot of getting in here, and it's always difficult when you're on a green and the ball guide appears and disappears. And if they don't hit the flagpole there, they could end up rolling long. They're short shooting it just a bit. Isn't it perfect? Get in the hole. Just a bit outside. Close. All right, that was hole number 3. That was the first test in this tournament, because you've got to get an eagle on hole number 3 and hole number 9, and everything else, unless you have difficulties like I've had on the first 2 holes, everything else should be pretty easy to go out there and get minimum score. All right, that was hole number 3 of the 3rd anniversary tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.